What's good, y'all? Buckle up coming through on a quick drop special. Big ups to everybody already subbed in. Appreciate it all. If you haven't already subbed in, sub in. You're welcome. You all are welcome, no doubt. And of course, if you feel what I'm talking about, make sure you hit that like button before you get out of here. Hit that like sign. And if you want 12 games, over a 30-day period, with the first 3 games free, just for getting a monthly pass. Yeah, I said it. You get the first 3 games free, just for getting a monthly pass. Text 443-717-1848, and simply text the 3 words, "You want in." Just text those 3 words. You want in. We'll take it from there. Take the money off the floor, and as always, Sports Addiction 101 Cash App link is in the description box for those who win and want to show love. Now, let's get to the chop. Let's get to what we here to chop it up about. Because it's been crazy in boxing talk in general, period. First of all, let me say this. I'm going to start off by saying this. Demetrius Andrade, you really need to stop the madness. Yeah, Demetrius Andrade, you really, really, really need to stop the madness. I seen you on the Boxing Voice this morning, getting a dose of what I call getting a dose of what you need to hear, and not what you wanted to hear from Ness, which was some good shit, Ness. I like that. I like what I seen, Ness, because Ness told you exactly what you needed to hear. All this crying about who you want to fight now and this and all this bullshit. You sat at 160 with Jamal Charlo, who you claiming you want to fight now, who supposed to have alcoholic problems and going through shit right now. You and Jamal Charlo sat at 160 pounds for like 6 or 7 years and ain't fight nobody. Both of y'all sat there saying the same thing. Y'all was waiting for Canelo. Both of y'all killed y'all careers waiting for Canelo. Neither one of y'all fought Triple G. Neither one of y'all fought even a Curtis Stevens. What's his name? Daniel Jacobs, who was a champion at the champion at 160 at one time. Y'all ain't fight nobody there. You ain't fight nobody that was really. You ain't never fight Andy Lee. You ain't never fight nobody at once. You ain't fight Triple G. Nobody. You ain't fight nobody. I forgot the white boy that had the hair like the piece on the back of his head. David Lemieux. You ain't fight David Lemieux. Nobody. You ain't fight nobody at 160. All those years you was there. That's what Ness was telling you too. All those years. Claiming y'all was waiting for Canelo. You or Jamal. Both of y'all. So, all that shit you talking about who you want to fight and what you wanted to do, and you talking about Bud will beat the shit out of you. Bud will beat the shit out you. You got a chance to fight Benavidez beat the shit out you. Straight like that. You just really need to retire. You ain't done shit. Tank done more than you niggas. Yeah, Tank done more than you and motherfucking Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo, for sure. Niggas ain't do shit. Nothing. total wasted careers who might as well just retire. Now, moving on. Drew Titan. I hear you on your motherfucking live yesterday or the day before yesterday talking about, yeah, son, they listening to me right now. You gonna hear a video about me, or you gonna hear this about me, you gonna hear this. You already know what the fuck you gonna hear. You know what the fuck you gonna hear when you get to talking goofy. You know what you gonna hear, because you know I'm not the nigga to sit on your motherfucking channel and listen to you and watch you keep clicking a mute button and all that gay ass shit that you niggas be doing. That's what this shit was made for. This shit over here for me, this shit was made for, to speak what the fuck I think I need to speak when I hear you pushing a false ass narrative or saying some goofy shit out your fucking mouth. That's what this shit is for. So Drew Titan, what I need to know is, what does Bud mother got to do with him? What did Bud mother do to him that was so bad that you keep telling your subs what kind of mother does that to her son? Why are you always in this man family personal life? Why you always find yourself talking in those directions that you know nothing about? Why? You know? Didn't knockout boxing just expose that you in a broken home situation, your goddamn self? Didn't he just expose that you in a broken home ass situation yourself? Because she gave people money to fight, because she gave people money to fight on her son, so what? So the fuck what? She didn't pay nobody to kill her son. She ain't pay nobody to kill her son. She used that as a way to take any kind of fear out of Bud for any man in the future when he became the grown-ass man that he is now. Why you play to be so concerned about what his mother did in her household? Don't you know that's kind of disrespectful to be talking about his mother, period? His mother shouldn't be the kid in none of your topics. His mother shouldn't be in your mouth for that long in your show. Why you worrying about his mother? What his mother got to do with anything? And we talking boxing. We supposed to be talking about when these niggas getting in the ring, what they doing, what's not being done. How they mothers and family members and all that shit become a topic of conversation out your mouth. How? What his mother did in her household is her fucking business. But like I said, it take Knockout Boxing 86 to expose to everybody you in a broken home situation. That's why you never see kids running through the little living room you sitting in. That's why you never hear no female voice in the background calling you or talking to you or none of that type shit. All that shit is believable because since day one you've ever hit YouTube, you never heard shit. You come to motherfucking meet and greets every year, a room full of niggas by yourself. Room smelling like feet and ass when y'all leave. Once a year. Never seen you with a woman, hug him, kiss him, talk to him, nothing. None of it. But you always talking about everybody else's household. Who has a father, who don't. You's a goofy. How women ain't this and women ain't that. Always downplaying, especially black women. Always downplaying a motherfucker. Always. I kind of always figured that because I told y'all, like, he was in that kind of broken home situation, because I told y'all I never seen no type of action. As far as females walking by in the room or nothing. No children voices. Never heard any female, no type of voices, period. Never. Not even a fucking TV on. Nothing. And every time, like I said, he had a meet and greet, he come to the hotel full of men, totally by himself. So for Knockout Boxing 86 to say he got a broken home situation further lets me know he was always asking other people. Further lets me know why he always asking other people about their fucking father situations. Asking about their father situations and shit like that. Because his motherfucking boat had a hole in it. And was on its way and made its way to a sunk situation. So now he sit in a quiet ass apartment all day and talk about everybody else's motherfucking family situations. Always trying to structure somebody else's fucking lifestyle. But his not even correct. And then you try to hide the fact. You try to hide the fact that you like pickle. Real shit. You try to hide the fact that you like pickle. And he jealous of Coach Malachi. He's still jealous of Coach Malachi. Still lying yesterday telling people Coach didn't come to the fight when he came to New York. And Coach didn't come to the fight. And that we already knew, and all of us already know he went to the fight. It wasn't shit that you was going to do. We already know that man went to New York, went to the fight. It wasn't shit you going to do if you seen him. Coach Malachi was posted on his live in New York for 3 days. 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row outside them buildings, right in New York, on the streets, out there smoking, rolling up and all kinds of shit. And Drew act like he didn't know. How'd you let a nigga do lives, posted on a live 3 days in a row? 3 days in a row, and then you claim he ain't at the fight. He all the way from Florida and you think he ain't go to a fight. Because of who? Because of you? You don't even make sense. You looking goofy as shit every time you try to bring that shit up. And I catch you talking about it. Talking about why would you beat up a why would you beat up a little short guy and have to face a judge? Or you could try to beat up a little short guy and you could have tried to beat up a little short guy and got the fuck beat out you. And got the fuck beat out yourself by a little short guy. Or you could end up in a fucking casket. Yeah. You could, short guys can put you in caskets too. Yeah. A few days after pushing up on a short guy, a few days after pushing up on a short guy, you forgot about that one. Push up on the wrong motherfuckers at the wrong time, yeah, you can go in a box. You keep talking about pushing up on short guys and you forget about that one. That can happen too, not only the fight shit. Keep talking about pushing up on short guys. You keep on saying, what I got to do with a short guy? You ran that shit in the whole the short guy session. What I look at, he's too short. Keep thinking that. Keep thinking motherfuckers too short. They too little. Keep on thinking that. That's why I said you couldn't live here. That's why I always tell you it's good you ain't grow up here. It's good you ain't live here. Glad you're not from here. Thank God you ain't from here. Thank God you ain't from here. Because you probably don't even know that the worst motherfuckers here is the short guys. The littlest, shortest, and the little teeniest motherfuckers is the worst motherfuckers to be fucking with. It's a good thing you not here. You ain't no different, Drew, And that's why you keep all the tough guy talk right there in the apartment where you do your show out of. Then you holler, what else you holler? Oh yeah, you holler, Coach, you holler, one of Coach Malachi, supposed to be friends, called him out the blue the other day. Called him out the blue the other day and said, Coach Malachi right here in Vegas, where you at? Yo, I swear, yo, go watch this shit. I'm trying to tell you. The nigga said, Coach Malachi, if you listening, yesterday or the day before yesterday, the nigga said on his live that somebody called him and said, Coach Malachi right here in Vegas, where you at? Shit, funniest shit that I heard all week. Funniest shit that I heard all week. And Drew say, he said on there, Coach, be careful who your friends are. He on his live saying, trying to say to Coach Malachi, be careful who your friends are, when the whole story was a whole fucking lie. Nobody called Drew phone out the blue and said, are you in Vegas? And they know that you live in New York. No, nobody did that. You just said the same shit on your next live this morning. You said the same shit. You was telling a story about how something happened. You said, yeah, and the guy called me from Florida and said, this happening right now. Oh, no. You said they saying somebody was in the gym. Somebody was in a bar that don't pose a drink. Usyk or one of them. I think it was Usyk or somebody or one of them. He said that they claim they don't drink. He said, then my friend called me. He said he seen him in the bar. As soon as he called me, he said, yeah, Usyk's right here sitting in the bar. You be telling the craziest fucking lies. You's a lying ass goofy. You was a goofy guy. You was a goofy guy. You want to be something and want to be so fucking important and you nowhere near that fucking important. Nowhere near. You know? Nobody called out the blue and said, are you in Vegas? Knowing that you live in New York. Then he say, I'm not. He said, right after he said that, he said, I'm not even a kingpin. But these guys call me when nobody, I'm not even a kingpin. But these guys call me when nobody ever called you, nobody dummy ass for shit. We know you not a kingpin. We know that. We know you ain't never even thought about going close to the fucking life of a kingpin. You a cornball amongst cornballs. That's what the fuck you are. The one thing you don't want at all is the smoke. You act like you about. You not cut from that kind of cloth at all. Can see straight through you. Believe that. Nigga like me can see straight through you. You definitely not trying to get into no kind of motherfucking pistol play or none of that shit. For sure. I know you not. I can just look at you and tell. And you telling on everything when situations is over. When shit hit the fan, you telling on everything. Stay in your motherfucking lane. Stay in your lane because you know you've been a goofy all your motherfucking life. All your motherfucking life. Just like a lot of these fuckboy ass niggas on YouTube. Especially in your group. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of them I don't even be talking about. I'm about to start putting a few more of you lame niggas on my radar. And a lot of it though is me just waiting for them to give me the reason. That's all. That's all. Then I forgot to tell y'all earlier in a quick drop that BFTB initially said Boots was ducking Brian Norman. Strictly to use that as a pass to get close. He was using that as a pass to get close to the Normans. Right? That's damn sure true. That's what he was doing. When he was saying that Boots was ducking Brian Norman, yeah, he was using that as a pass. Of course, now BFTB say it's not true. Norman now he ducking Norman ducking Boots because Brian Norman exposed you as a goofball, and you in your feelings now. You in your feelings about that. But that's what you get when you trying to when you telling your subs shit that's not true. Telling them you know him and all that type shit. You close to his family and all that. You know people and you know that shit ain't true. That's what happens. Your bubble got bust. I mean, and now you want to act like Brian Norman ducked Boots now. But you was trying to say Boots ducked Brian Norman just to get close to their people. Yeah, and that shit turned ugly for you. And Knockout Boxing 86. Why you over on your channel trying to convince your subs that Bud and Tank doing the same thing going up to take a fight? And this is where the fan of a boxer shit that I was talking about the other day kick in. This way it kick in. Cause this donut ass nigga, this goofy ass nigga Knockout Boxing, gonna use Bud as an example of Tank career, where Tank hasn't even completed a quarter of Bud accolades. And Bud is moving up 2 divisions, which is not the first time to be done type shit. This ain't no new shit. Kell Brook did the same shit, got his motherfucking eye socket broke. Rigondeaux did the same shit, coming to fight Loma. This ain't no new shit. Mikey did the same shit going to fight Earl Spence. And Bud left 154 to skip 160 to go to 168, the same way all of them did to do the same shit. Canelo is around the weight class of 154 at 168. Jake Paul is not around Tank weight class weighing 200 pounds. And Tank fights at 135. Canelo versus Bud wasn't no exhibition, goofball. Put some respect on Bud's shit. Put some respect on Bud's shit. And Canelo don't bring all the motherfucking fans. Canelo bring the fans out, but they want to see who the fuck he fighting to. And the night that he came out, that he brought all them fans out, and they came to see him and Bud fight, all them motherfucking same fans right now, they fuck with Bud. Bud got plenty of fans. Bud got bushel of motherfucking fans. He got fans out there now. The fans is out there for Bud now because he made a statement that night with Canelo. So them fans that was in the building, they fucking with Bud. Believe that. Tank never even unified in his entire career. Tank never unified in his entire career. If we gonna say Tank got a cool resume, that's all good. But if we want to talk about the accolades of boxing and what you do to come to the sport, is no comparison. Tank fought some good fights. Barrios was a good fight. At 140, good fight. I wish he would have fought Josh Taylor. That would have been a better fight. Tank fought good fight. Gamboa, good fight at 135. We wish I would have seen Tank take the belts from Tio or Loma while he was at 135. And of course, we wanted Tank to unify with either Tevin Farmer, Loma, or Burchout when he was at 130. And those things never happened. It is what it is. The bid is made. Tank get ready to get his money on the Jake Paul fight. That's what's up. Go get your bag, and we just got all sit back and wait. We'll see what he gonna do because he is own man. He chooses that direction. But for you to compare what Tank doing to what Bud just did is some disrespectful ass shit. That's straight disrespectful. Like I said, Tank never even unified in his entire career, and we got Knockout Boxing 86 comparing him to Bud. What a cornball. Tank got a pass for going to get the bag. But just after he got that bag is what the fans will be waiting for. Waiting to see what he gonna do. If he retires, he gets I guess the only big legacy fights that was important when it come to accolades was the fight with Pedraza at 130 for his first belt. Everything at 135 and 140, like I said, was crackerjackish. Them joints not the official straps. They knockoffs. No use in stressing y'all minds Tank's next decision at 135. Because Abdullah, Schofield, Andy Cruz, I forgot the other nigga, Ryo, whatever his name is. I can't think of his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Yeah, it's too much action going on at 135. Tank had his moments, and if he feel like belts don't matter, he need to go ahead and let Abdullah or Floyd Schofield go ahead and get that up off of him. And Raymond Mortalo. That's who I was thinking about. Raymond Mortalo or Andy Cruz. They all not playing with it either at 135. So, really, at this point right now, with me being a fan of the sport of boxing, see, I don't have no fan. I don't have no particular one boxer that I'm just a fan of. And then the boxer that I like the most, that y'all know that I like the most in Bud, y'all just see me bet against him. With Canelo. So that already tells it all with me. I only go with where I think I'm going to get my pick. I'm going to win. I go with the fighter that I feel like I'm going to win. Who I feel like who going to win. Who showed me the type of skills, and I think the situation it is what it is, that's who going to win. That's what I go with. Because I'm a fan of the sport of boxing, not a fan of a boxer. Like we was talking about the other day. So right now, really Tank is starting to be irrelevant. He's starting to be irrelevant at 135. And without fighting Shakur or Tio or one of those young gunners, one of those young gunners right there that I just named, they gonna push him out the division anyway. That's what's gonna happen. Knockout Boxing 86, get ready, because that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna push him out the division anyway. See y'all on the Get Back.
One ropes. I got a spot for the peas downtown. Another spot for the freaks downtown. Don't turn me down. Niggas keep down. The world go round.